seeing these guys every day was just like Christmas every day. They made you feel better, it made the environment less stressful. It was just overall awesome, and it feels really awesome to have these dogs home again.
Boy, can you imagine having to leave your best friend behind when returning home after serving your country? Well, that's what some of the soldiers who befriended dogs had to do in Afghanistan. But American Dog Rescue here in Dallas has found a way to reunite some of these unlikely friends. Arthur Benjamin is here to tell us more. This is such a good thing you guys are doing. Tell us how it started.
Well, we've been saving dogs in rescue for the last 10 years.
Oh.
And part of that was training dogs for soldiers coming home with post-traumatic stress, sexual trauma disorder, traumatic brain injury. And I was introduced to a soldier who had come home who had left a dog in Afghanistan. And he was so affected by leaving his best friend behind and so traumatized that the dog would be put down or wouldn't be treated the way he did. We wound up bringing 14 dogs home with the help of American Airlines here in Dallas.
That's amazing.
For soldiers.
Yeah. Now, how did you do this? Does American give you the little carts and stuff, or how did you even find the dogs? How did that work?
Well, I serve on the National Council of the Humane Society of the United States, and I was at an event in New York City with Mayor Bloomberg, and sitting next to me was a man who's a former British Marine who heads up NOWSAD Dog Rescue. So we started raising money for NOWSAD and came up with a combined project to bring dogs they were housing for our soldiers until someone could bring them home. And American was gracious enough to provide the space. We provided the kennels.
Well, tell us one of the stories, the reuniting stories. Look at this. This is Bandit, by the way. Is he cute? He's a Shih Tzu Lhasa Apso. He's Bandit, and he's a service dog.
Yes.
So tell us at least one of the stories.
Well, I tried to protect the soldiers' last names, but there's a woman named Sheila, and she left a little dog who you saw in that segment, Charlie, behind. And Charlie now lives with her in the upper Midwest on a farm. And Charlie came over and actually had 2 torn ACLs. The tendons in the rear legs, and we had a surgeon in Florida repair both of the legs and kept the dog for 16 weeks, but returned the dog perfect to Sheila, and she's incredibly happy now and doing incredibly well.
Oh, that's great.
And there's also a vet by the name of Jeff Miller in there I did a last name, but he came back, and this is a post-traumatic stress situation. He came back, and he really was up against what many of the vets coming back today who have served our country and deserve all of our support. He was up against suicide. I mean, he really had tried it once and considered it a number of times, and we got him a dog from Afghanistan. Not a dog that he knew, but a dog who understood what the conditions were like and what he had been. Jeff now trains other vets in how to work with service dogs.
There's nothing like a therapy dog. Tell us about, you know, what you can do with the therapy dog. I mean, they just lower the blood pressure. It's amazing.
Well, therapy dogs are dogs used in hospitals and in other situations to help people. Service dogs are dogs that are trained to one person to serve them. Bandit, in this case, was a rescue. He didn't have use of his rear legs. He was born in Plano, and they were going to put him down. He was rehabilitated by a wonderful couple here with my support, and he came to me, and we tried to adopt him out. And Bandit, nobody wanted him. Can you imagine? Nobody wanted this.
He's so precious.
So I trained him for a female soldier coming back with post-sexual trauma disorder or sexual trauma disorder, and she looked at him and said, "No, no, I want a dog. I don't want."
Oh, he wanted. Oh,
she wanted. So she got a golden retriever. And
you got Bandit.
And the psychiatrist who was working with me, I lost a wife to breast cancer, and it took 3.5 years of suffering to go through that. And he said, "You have a case of post-traumatic stress, and Bandit can help you." And I said, "No, no, no, I do this for other people." He said, "Try it, and you'll see." Well, you can see. He's been with me now a year.
And Bandit gave me this little dog tag. How appropriate.
He's our
name on it.
He's Chief Canine Officer of American Dog Rescue now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin. For more details on Operation Homeward Bound and American Dog Rescue Foundation, check out americandogrescue.org.